Why do some people choose silence when they argue, not saying anything or doing anything? When you try to communicate with them, they either don't respond or just walk away, making you end up in a heated argument with someone else, and afterward, they turn around and blame you for being emotionally unstable, saying you have a bad temper and don't understand others. At this point, you feel uneasy, start doubting yourself, wondering if you're really being too demanding and making the other person feel tired, not wanting to talk to you. But what is the truth? It's that their silence has forced out all these emotions in you. In psychology, there's a term called an inducing emotional partner, meaning a partner who unconsciously induces specific emotions in you, making you increasingly irritable. The fundamental reason is that they didn't initially meet some of your emotional needs, leading to the emergence of these emotions. It's essential to know that a person's greatest need is to be seen. We all need the other person to see our joys, angers, sorrows, and happiness, to see our need for love. Being seen gives us a sense of existence, leading to a sense of security and ultimately, the possibility of happiness. In an intimate relationship, wanting to communicate and express your emotions is entirely normal. Because you're trying to solve problems, seeking to be seen, fundamentally for the sake of making your relationship last longer. On the other hand, their silence is ignoring all your emotional needs and expressions. In this passive way, they are telling you that you are the aggressor in emotions, and they are the pitiable victim. Essentially, this form of resistance and attack is a kind of covert emotional blackmail that can cause significant damage to your intimate relationship. Why do they develop such a psychology? Psychology has an effect called the silent effect, referring to a powerful psychological defense mechanism that protects oneself from harm while forming resistance against the other person. Generally, these individuals have a strong self-defense awareness, and their inner world is quite closed, lacking a sense of security. They typically won't easily express their inner thoughts, and, in case of an argument, their first reaction isn't to solve the problem but to raise silent barriers like a hedgehog protecting itself. The reason they develop such a psychology is often rooted in their needs not being adequately addressed during childhood, or being constantly accused and criticized, leading them to hide behind layers of emotional protection without experiencing proper growth. Therefore, you may find that these people usually can't proactively comfort others or engage in empathetic thinking because proactive actions and empathetic thinking are abilities possessed by emotionally mature individuals. Since they haven't acquired these abilities from a young age, they may have many thoughts inside but don't know how to express them, resorting to silence and avoidance to cope. If you've encountered such a partner, my advice is, first of all, you must realize that a person's core personality forms around the age of 6. Unless they have self-awareness and insight, it's challenging to change them through external forces after adulthood. If you want to immediately turn them into a problem-solving partner, it's impossible. We need to accept this fact because no one in this world is perfect. If this person is silent when facing problems but is good in other aspects, you don't have to quickly filter them out. Instead, set a baseline for yourself and them. For example, you can say, "If you feel a lot of pressure and don't want to talk, can you tell me how long you need to calm down? When you're calm, can we have a proper conversation?" If they can accept this approach, it indicates their willingness to change, and you can continue to adapt. By giving them enough adjustment space without forcing them to solve the problem immediately and without becoming irritable due to their silence, a conflict resolution pattern will form, and they will feel safe, knowing they can stop at any time. As a sense of security and trust are established, their emotional resilience will gradually increase. When you argue, they will gradually start expressing their thoughts. But be aware that this process requires you to have a very stable mindset because these individuals don't know how to start the conversation. Even if they have a lot of self-blame, guilt, and explanations in their hearts, it requires your perceptiveness and control to bring those out.